a good spot to stretch your legs.
So this is what we're calling Fool's Uluru. Down to Uluru, we're still about 100 k's off, but it's pretty staggering. It's not bad for a second runner-up.
But it's full of many people.
Sure. Have a look at this. We are in the outback, the actual outback. We're going from Alice Springs down towards Uluru, and still you've got all this bush, all these trees. In my mind, the outback was this red dirt, barren lands, but everywhere we've gone, we've seen plenty of grass even, like the side strips have been mowed because the grass is big right now in the dry season. So it's quite different to, I think, what we had in our mind before coming on the trip. It's actually quite a bushy place in Central Australia, the whole way down from Darwin.
It's day one for Ayers Rock for us. We planned a whole day of adventure today. We're heading off, it's at almost 9:30, and we're going to start with the ranger talk over at the rock itself at 10 o'clock.
Oh, it's part
Be a nice introduction for us, isn't it? Let's go for a day of adventure. Oh wow, look at that.
That is so much bigger than I thought it was going to be.
Come up close, it's pretty cool.
That's the water running down, Has.
Yeah, you can see where the water's come down.
That's where water comes down.
Right.
In some parts of Uluru, you're able to walk up in amongst the rock art and the walls. So we're just coming up and have a look in here.
It does have some rock art as we come in, which, as we've learnt, is a classroom.
We've just driven back into the car park now, the cultural centre, back from the Marla car park. We're going to find a park and go in and have a look at their information centre. We are setting off on a ride around Uluru. So we picked up our bikes. Steph and I have hired them. The boys, we've brought the boys along. How's that for a backdrop? We're away. We're on the dark side, I guess, of the rock. The sun's over the other side. Oh, look at that. Massive. Huge.
We've reached this beautiful little rest spot with a great view off of the rock. It's shaded at the moment, so beautiful at this time of day. Be a lovely spot to stop and reflect. Got a seat here as well. They do encourage you just to stop from time to time and take in the surrounds. It's very pretty.
Made it nearly halfway, so we've left here from the car park, come around, got through all this bad stuff, past the car park, a lot of people, and we're now around to here. So soon we'll be coming around the tip. Should be a lot warmer around this side and hopefully a little bit less wind too.
We've come to the easy part of the ride, luckily. The little start bit's a little bit bumpy and a bit sandy, but we're right around the back now and it's a beautiful view. It's a good way to see the rock. Everyone walking past us is looking at our bikes with jealousy.
If you've seen our Port Adelaide and Adelaide episode, you know that Harry was struggling a little bit with the bike, but look at him now, he's flying along. He's got his starts going. This has probably been the tipping point for him to work out how to ride his bike properly.
Harry's been a very nervous bike rider. He's always resisted learning to ride his bike. This one's been the clincher for him. I reckon by the end of this rock, he'll be a professional.
Okay.
Background, the boys have made it, loaded our bikes back. Now we're going to go and have some dinner, and then we're going to what are we doing this Arvo?
We're going to go see the sunset.
Beautiful. You can see all the people up there just working their way up. We've just opened it this afternoon. It's been closed for most of the day. Not even the Uluru men actually climb the rock. No one does in their culture. So for us, you know, we didn't really have a heart set on climbing it. We thought not. We thought we'd come and learn more, and we have. And essentially, if it's good enough for them not to climb it, they don't want to climb it, they don't want people to climb it, then I'm happy, and we're happy, respecting their beliefs on that front, that maybe no one should climb it because of their beliefs of the Marla men. We've come down and snagged a table for sunset. There she is. Look at that.
Look at that in the background. We've come down for sunset. So this is a sunset viewing area here at Ayers Rock, and we've come down at about 4:45, just before 5. We'll be here for a couple of hours, but we've got our car set up, and then we've got a nice table that we managed to snag overlooking the rock. Got a few nibbles for pre-dinner, and then we're going to cook our dinner as well. Should be a good afternoon.
Look at that, it's just changing. So we've had orange, now we've gone to a deeper red, like a crimson red.
What's up here? Camels. Would you like to ride on a camel, Harry? What about you, Jed? What about you, El?
Yeah.
We're gonna go on a camel ride.
Really?
Yeah.
Uluru camel tours, buddy.
What? You didn't tell us that.
No, it's a surprise. We're doing a
Oh,
walk, and the walk is on the camels.
What? So no, you didn't have to walk.
So you don't have to walk. You have to sit on a camel.
Uluru camel tours, you can see right over the back, there's Uluru. Gonna ride some camels. Skull. That's cool. That's what we're gonna be doing. This is also where they have the Uluru Camel Cup held out here, with Uluru in the background, which you can see out there. Look at that. How good does this joint look? So these are the camels. Hey guys, how we going? I'm well, thanks. And there's Uluru on the background, you can see over there. We're going to be taking these bad boys for a burl. No offence, guys.
One guy over there having a rest for today.
I want Olympic.
Olympic, you think? You think Olympic would be fast? So in the saddlery here, each camel has their own saddle, their own personal saddle. So I guess some of the ones that are out might be the ones that we use today. Finally something with Jed's name, a camel. Wonder if Jed will be riding a camel. Call Jed.
Back in 1859, there were just 6 camels here in Australia, and they wanted to explore inland to understand more about Australia. Burke and Wills in 1860 ended up with a further 24 camels imported by the Victorian government, of which they could take them. They were stored at Parliament House in Victoria. They were able to take a supply from there and go all the way up to the Gulf of Carpentaria. So camels were used for inland exploration all around the world, so they thought, why not here in Australia? And that started the explosion of camel travel in the outback. It actually got up to 1 million camels roaming around out in the outback, but they actually killed a lot of them off, culled them, because they were destroying the native plants and a lot of the dunes and things like that. So they actually culled them down to around 200,000 out in the outback today that are wild.
You're going to put your left foot in here and your left hand up the front. And this is the same if you're getting in the back seat or the front seat of the camel. Alright, Harry, we are going on a camel called Bija. Bija. That's him there. That's our camel. Who's your camel, boys?
We
Milo.
But it's sad that we don't
Milo's
get
just there.
This is my ride, Sterlo. Hey mate.
Cool dude.
Awesome. Here we go. We're all good to go. Boys are ready, Steph and Harry. We are good to go.
Hey Harry, how are you feeling about riding a camel?
Good.
You feeling good?
I'm on it.
We're on it. It's pretty high up, eh?
Yep.
Jed, I think the camel likes you. Bija likes you. Our first glimpse of Uluru from the camel, Harry.
Yeah.
Straight over there, over the sand dunes. I think we're going up those sand dunes. Just hang on. Have a scratch there.
Where's the button?
I don't know if he's trying to pick my pockets or have a scratch. He's looking at my back.
How'd you go, Steph?
That's pretty cool. I don't know if doing it the day after bike riding is the best.
No, probably
option
not.
for the
Sore
bottom,
butts, but we did it. Good
No,
stuff.
it was awesome. You had to see a beautiful view of Uluru. It took lots of time with you too, so
Thanks,
you got
mate.
to really take it all in. Pretty
Yeah,
cool.
awesome.
Going over to meet Jed.
Yeah.
Jed has always hoped for something to be named Jed, and we finally found it. It happens to be a camel.
Short rides, you can come up here. Even if you don't want to do a full tour, you can come down $15 for adult, $10 for kids, and they'll take you out in a little loop around this area rather than doing the full track.
That's it for us and Ayers Rock and the Uluru area. There's stacks to do at Ayers Rock, even with the climb closing in October coming up this year. There's still plenty for families to do, and we could easily have spent 4 or 5 days at the rock exploring it. There's so many interesting areas around the rock itself. You don't really hear very often about the walk around, but it's a super walk and you can easily do it a couple of times, just like we do it on our bikes as well. Really, really interesting, and I think it's one of those places that you just have to tick off your to-do list as an Aussie. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel to keep up with our latest videos. We're continuing on now to Kings Canyon and the Mereenie Loop, and then through into Queensland.